So the New York Giants have 6 primetime games this season. Could be even more depending on how their season goes. But in this video, I wanted to rank all 6 of the New York Giants primetime games. So before we do get into that, go leave a like, comment down below your rankings for the Giants' 6 primetime games, and definitely hit that subscribe button and join the channel. But come get the last place in the 6th spot. It's the New York Giants versus the Green Bay Packers in MetLife in Week 14 on Monday Night Football. I think out of all of the Giants games they do have this season on the schedule, this is one of the most least interesting ones. I just think that this is a game where, depending on how the Packers season go, depending on how the Giants season go, right now I think this is a game where I'm comfortable with the Giants winning. I think this is a game where the Giants could win by 10 or more points. I'm looking at what the Giants did to them last year and how they were able to shut down their offense in the second half of that game. And I'm looking at Jordan Love. And one thing that really helps the Giants is that they're facing Jordan Love later on in the season rather than early in the season, because you're not really going to get to know much intel on him. What's his strengths? What's his weaknesses? Because we haven't seen Jordan Love play much behind Aaron Rodgers. So I think that matches up well for the New York Giants. I just think this is one of the most least interesting games on the Giants' schedule out of all of them. So in the 6th spot, I got the Giants facing the Packers on Monday Night Football in Week 14. Number 5, our 5th ranking is the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Giants in Week 3 on Thursday Night Football. This one's based off a matchup. I just think this is a bad matchup for the New York Giants right now. It's a Thursday night game, which I already hate. I do not like playing on Thursday night. Like a lot of NFL fans just hate Thursday Night Football in general. And that's us going up against the team that was in the NFC Championship game last year. And that's just tough. That's tough all around. Now, one thing that could help the Giants is, again, who's the quarterback? Who's the quarterback? Is Trey Lance the quarterback? Is Sam Darnold the quarterback? Is Brock Purdy the quarterback? Do they end up making a quarterback change before the game? That type of stuff is going to help the Giants in this game. But overall, I just think the Giants are definitely the inferior team. I think the Niners are just one of the best built rosters in the league. They have the coaching staff and Kyle Shanahan. It's Thursday night. I just hate the Giants for Thursday Night Football. I don't like it. So that's why that is my 5th spot. But at the 4th place game, the Seattle Seahawks versus the New York Giants, Week 4 on Monday Night Football. Now, this is getting to where I like it. All the games after this one and this one in general, I like these games for the New York Giants. I like just everything about these games on the schedule. The Giants are going to have a break before this game, kind of, because this is going to be the game after the Thursday night game versus San Francisco. So if the Giants do go out and they do lose that game, let's say they do lose against the San Francisco 49ers, you're going to have a break from that Thursday night to the next Monday night. Then you're going to be able to face the Seattle Seahawks in MetLife. I like that for the New York Giants. I like that break. That's kind of like a mini bye week, kind of, basically, for the Giants early on in the season. So I think that is a great underrated part of this schedule that I don't hear a lot of fans talk about. So that's why I really do like that game. And I do have the Giants winning that game, even though Seattle is a great team. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a game that comes down to the wire, because the Seattle Seahawks beat us last year. Got to give them, got to tip our caps off to that. And they definitely improved their roster draft-wise and in free agency this offseason. So I like this game. I think it's going to be a great game for the New York Giants with that break from that Thursday night to the following next Monday. I think it's going to help the Giants a lot in this game. So that's my 4th place ranking. But our 3rd ranking is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New York Giants on Christmas on Fox, the game of the week, you know what I'm saying, on Christmas Day. It's the divisional game. It's a game where you're testing out against the team that was just in the Super Bowl, the repeating NFC East champions in the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a battle test game, and it's later on in the season. Just like last year, we kind of faced the Eagles later in the season. But if the Giants are a team that is competing for the playoffs and they come out and let's say they do win that game, the momentum's going to be insane. The momentum's going to be insane. It's Christmas Day. It's going to be a game where I think it's going to come down to the wire. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I really do. And it's going to be a test for the Giants. It's going to be a big, big test. That is the biggest test of the Giants season. If the Giants are a team that is, again, trying to make it to the playoffs, they need a game, but they got to face the Eagles. If they can go out there and put up a good fight and win that game, that's when the Giants pass the test for that season. So that's a tough game, but it's also be a divisional game. It's a game I think the Giants have a chance to win. It's Christmas Day. So I really do like that game also for the New York Giants. But at our number 2 spot, and this could be a game that could easily be number 1, it's the New York Giants headed over to Buffalo to face the Bills in Week 6 on Sunday Night Football. Brian Daboll returns to Buffalo. That's everything in itself. That's everything in itself. And I also think this is a game where when you look, on the schedule firsthand, you just look at the schedule, looking at it, you might chalk this up as an L for the Giants. But when you really break it down, you break down how Brian Daboll knows Josh Allen like any other, coach or player in the league does. He knows him the most. You're looking at that, and you look at how the Giants and Wink Martindale, they like to send pressure. They want to make the big plays. Josh Allen's going to be able to give the Giants those opportunities to make those big plays because he is sometimes careless with the football. I saw it last year in the Jets game, to be exact. He was being very careless, and the Jets were able to game plan and stop them and win that game. And I think this is a game where, yeah, you look at it first place on the schedule, but you might call it as an L. But when you really break it down, that might be a game that the Giants could walk out with the victory. Don't quote me on it. Don't say I'm not saying it's going to definitely happen. When I came out with my record prediction, I did have that as an L for the Giants, but that could be a game the Giants win because they got Brian Daboll, who knows Josh Allen better than any other person, right? So I really think that game itself is going to be entertaining. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be one that I think the Giants definitely could win. That could be the game the Giants win. We're like, yeah, we're here. We just beat the Buffalo Bills. We are freaking here. We just beat one of the best teams in the freaking league. We are here. So I really like that game. I think that game is just, that's the star on the schedule right there. That is the start on the schedule outside of the division games. That might be the star game on the schedule in week 6. But the number one game, the game that is just the undisputed game. It's week 1. It's right out the gate. It's to open up the season. It's the Giants hosting the Dallas Cowboys in MetLife, week 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the first test. It's the first test. What are the Giants going to do when they got to face against a team that has owned them over the past couple of years? What are you going to do? You made the acquisition over the offseason, and you're looking at last year where y'all struggled in division. You got swept by these guys last year. Boom, right out of the gate, you get a chance to knock these guys off in week 1. And I had this chalked up as a dub for the Giants. I think everything is just like, I think this is where we show that we close the gap with the Dallas Cowboys. I said it. I think this is a game that proves it. The Giants go out there, knock off the Dallas Cowboys in week 1 on primetime football, on Sunday Night Football, where everyone's watching. No other game is on. They're watching the Giants and the Cowboys battle it out on MetLife in prime time. That is where you go ahead and you set the tone. You get other teams or you get other fans. You get the media looking at you like, hey, yeah, the Giants might be real. They just beat the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. So, hey, that is how I got the, primetime games ranked right now for the New York Giants. Again, like I said, let me know your rankings down below in the comment section. How would you rank the Giants' 6 primetime games based off of, entertainment, all that good stuff? What games do you like the most on the primetime schedule for the New York Giants? But if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, join the channel. But until then, it's been your boy, J Dimes. So you're out. Go Giants. Peace.